don't go that way. This ain't a movie. Or Tyler Perry playing. They don't want to mess around, that's all you have to say. Y'all don't know about that old Fantasia, that throwback Fantasia. Y'all don't know about that. Ooh, my less than a minute, because you know the YouTube be trying to shut me down. Hold on, let me turn this light off in the back, y'all. Ooh, this towel over this. Oh. Yeah, y'all can see me a little bit better now. Did y'all get into Married to Medicine tonight? It feels good to be back in here on time. Last week, y'all know the hurricane has... Why the hell my iPad don't want to sit right? Last week, I know the hurricane... Child, technical difficulties. I got a new case, that's why. Last week, y'all know the hurricane had me, so I wasn't able to come in here and talk to y'all on time, but I did miss y'all. Y'all make sure y'all drop down in these comments, because I need y'all love. We open up with Heavenly going off, and then she gets into it with Mariah. This time, I gotta say, I'm not even mad at Heavenly for calling Mariah out on the bullshit, because you done said something about my husband. Here it is, episode 4. You said this on episode 1. You got receipts. Where are the receipts? Now, I am going to say this because Mariah went on and she sat down with Toya, and we're going to talk about that too. I'm holding both of them accountable. But, I will say the shit was funny, the shit that they were saying, because, you know, Heavenly went to them, your mama jokes. You know, Heavenly's from Miami. She's from Dade County. So, I get it. I know people from Dade County, and them bitches read from hell. So, I mean, I get it. But we're going to get on Heavenly too. Simone and Quad sitting down. I love the fact that they were able to sit down and talk about it. And Quad was like, "Look, Simone was trying to get Roddy," and Quad was like, "I don't even want to argue with you." She was like, But however, I do feel like maybe Quad was too busy trying to apologize instead of hearing what they were actually saying, because before Simone actually got a chance to tell her exactly what was going on, she was like, "I'm sorry for making y'all feel this way, that I wasn't there for y'all." But, Quad is going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? But Quad, I have to hold her accountable. The ladies are kind of trying to be there for you, and you're kind of trying to push them away. I love this open and honest Quad. I love when she was like, "Look, I'm going through a lot of bullshit. I don't know. I got to put on this face every day when I go take for Sister Circle." And you know what? I can relate to that, you guys, because when she said, "I go through shit on my own," I can totally relate to that. I'm always going through shit on my own. Everybody else calls me with their issues, and when it comes time for me to call somebody, I don't know who to call. My face is getting fat as hell. But anyways, I don't know who to call. So when shit goes left, it's like, I'm the strong friend. And you know how they saying check on your strong friends? Yes. But if your strong friend isn't willing to tell you what's going on, it's kind of pointless. But the strong friend goes through stuff as well. So I can absolutely relate to Quad saying that, she goes through stuff on her own. So it was, I love that I love this episode of Quad. She was honest and open. I think this is the most honest and open we've gotten out of Quad, as it relates to other people going up against her, because usually she shuts down. And did y'all check the fact who left the group and things got easier at the sit down? I'm just saying. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Let me tell y'all, I love when they show all the ladies doing what they do in their daily lives. I love that. It's something about that makes me feel really good about seeing these black women working, being with their families and their husbands, That's why I love this show so much, because it shows that, you know, this show actually shows that, okay, yeah, we might, it's actually a familyhood and a sisterhood to me, because they argue, but at the end of the day, I think these women do have some type of love for each other. I really do think that. Mariah going to Toya house talking about Heavenly. Here's where I'm gonna hold Heavenly accountable, because I totally agree with what Mariah was saying, and Mariah finally kind of realized that Heavenly just likes riling Heavenly up, and she's right. Heavenly does, because Mariah, she's like I told y'all, they were on Hollywood Unlocked, and Mariah was like, but you know, she goes in on me the most, and Heavenly was like, no, you respond to it in a certain way. So Heavenly is like, you know, one of them kids that those bullies, I don't want to call her a bully, but she's like one of those kids at school that, you know, she knows who to fuck with and knows not who to fuck with, and when you let her know that you're gonna get a reaction out of her, she's gonna keep fucking with you. Heavenly is here to make good TV, and that's just what it is. However, Heavenly cannot say shit below the belt and get mad at Mariah when Mariah says shit and does shit back to her. So we got really that the fact that Damon cheating on Heavenly is a lie, which I already knew. That I didn't believe that. I mean, I didn't know, but I didn't believe that. He doesn't strike me as a type. You know, like I said in episode 1 of this video, I think I don't understand how doctors and all this shit and people that work a lot be having time to cheat. Honestly, I don't, because you work a lot, you got a spouse. By the time you come home and you got to deal with your spouse and you don't deal with customers and shit all day, how the hell you got time to cheat? Like, really? I just don't. I don't understand. I don't know. But I was glad to know that Mariah was kind of like Mariah was like, you know, it is what it is. If she wants to throw shots, we can throw shots. But she did say that she's not gonna let Heavenly rile her up again. But yeah, whatever, Mariah. Mariah giving Toya that advice. Here's my thing with Mariah. Mariah always giving out advice that she doesn't take her own self. Like, you gonna tell her not, you know, and Mariah is another one who I guess who is here to make good TV. And I looked at the picture, the main cast picture. Mariah's back in the middle. I don't know how she managed to get back in the middle, but I don't know. Does that mean she's the star again? I don't know what she did, who she talked to. I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. Contessa. Contessa is really growing on me. And you know, for a while, Kawhi was my fave, but this last season, I think definitely Heavenly was my fave. This season, it's a tie kind of between Heavenly and Contessa. We're going to see how the season ends out. It's going with Heavenly right now, because I can kind of like relate to Heavenly the most, because she's, you know, she says what's, you know, we're going to talk about Heavenly, but I love me some Dr. Heavenly. But Contessa, I love Contessa because she's just so grounded. But we gotta have a serious moment. Her talking with her dad was really touching to me, because as you guys know, if you guys are subscribed to my channel, you know that I never met my dad. I found out months ago that my dad passed years ago, and I never even had a chance to meet him. So when people actually get the chance on these shows or in real life to meet their parent, and the parent takes responsibility, I love that Contessa was like, you know, I'm not mad or whatever. Well, you weren't, but you missed a whole lot of my life. And she was like, but I'm not mad about that. Then she said, I made up these stories. I told myself that you were part of the CIA and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, because I can relate to that, because I told myself so many stories about, you know, why my dad wasn't there, so to speak. And then you just get to a point where it's kind of like, Yeah, this motherfucker ain't coming home. But I was glad that her dad was like, I'm sorry, he took responsibility for it or whatever. Contessa saying she's getting a vasectomy. And she told her dad that she wanted him to be there when she goes to get it. Contessa said, look, I'm trying to be here for my kids. My mom and my dad is passing away this stuff. I'm trying to be here for my kids so that I won't have to go through this. And that was... Excuse me, y'all. This vodka got me burping like a bitch. Y'all know I gotta have me a old nasty cocktail. But, that was a good moment from Contessa and her dad. Moving right along. Shouts out to Jackie and Curtis. I want to talk about Jackie and Curtis for going against the grain and going against what people say. Leave your man because he cheating on you and he ain't shit and you can do better. When all actuality, in 2018, can you? I just want to know. I really want to know, like, I think if you find somebody and y'all equally y'all split the bills down the middle, y'all pay the bills, y'all have sex on a regular basis, and your man go out here and he cheat on you, yeah, I'm not telling y'all to be stupid. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying I'm asking, is it possible for somebody to be only attracted to one person for the rest of their life? That's a question I want to have. That's a topic we're gonna talk about tomorrow or later on tonight, because that's what I want to talk about. Jackie planning this fitney thing and saying that she wants all the ladies to get along. I love that, and I love when Curtis was like, when she told Curtis, she was like, look, you need to only eat like 2 more bites of this. And Curtis was like, this is good, I'm finna eat this. He looked like he wanted to eat something else on Jackie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though. I'm not being nasty, but I'm just saying. Heavenly talking with her therapist. I really love when Heavenly goes down here and talk with her therapist. Ayanla and these people that I can relate to on these shows, hell, they giving me therapy. I ain't got to pay for nothing, so I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I am all the way here for that. I love the fact that he was really honest with Heavenly, and we really got some real truth out of Heavenly. Heavenly was like, look, here's what Heavenly ain't. Y'all really don't like Heavenly, but here's why I like Heavenly. Cause Heavenly is like, look, I'm here to make good TV, but in the process, if this show ends, I'm gonna work on myself in the process as well. But when we taping with these bitches, I don't mind letting these bitches hold it. I'm here for that, because if Heavenly didn't go off like that, y'all wouldn't be talking about her, and y'all really wouldn't be rocking with her like that. Just let's talk about Jackie from Basketball Wives. I didn't see nobody talking about Jackie from Basketball Wives this season, and you know I love me some Jackie. When he told her she's a representation of everything she went through, and he asked her about her childhood, and Heavenly said, she said, my sister was the pretty one and I was the smart one. That gave me a deeper insight on Heavenly, because I was like, wow, this is why she's kind of so guarded. You know, she's always kind of had to go at it with people and argue with her sister. And then she said something that made a lot more sense. And she said, you know what? Mariah reminds me a lot of my sister, which is why Heavenly is always taking shots and daggers at Mariah. Mariah reminds Heavenly a lot of her sister, somebody from her past, somebody that Heavenly has a history with, and that's why they bump heads. So that was very interesting to hear Heavenly talk about that. Then Heavenly talking about how she let her sister stay with her, and her sister was living with her and talking shit about her in these streets and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, you know, like, that's crazy. And her sister being jealous of her success. I love that therapy moment that Heavenly got with that therapist. I really love that. That was a deep moment. We got a deeper insight on Heavenly. I feel like she's opening up more this season and wants to be like, you know, it is what it is. As she's opening up on this show, I'm really liking this. I'm honestly waiting to see what these housewives of Atlanta gonna have going on. Somebody who I would love to see sit down with a therapist is Nene Leakes. I know she tried it one time, but she was very guarded. I would love to see her sit down with a therapist and open up. Then Heavenly goes on to say her mom didn't tell her that she loved her, but she showed it. And I can relate to that. My mom doesn't say that, but I can definitely relate to that. So that was relatable. That's something that I want to work on. Yeah, that is something that I want to work on, but I love that moment. Fitney. Fit is the new it. Quad showed up, and that's good. So I'm glad Quad is coming back around the group. I do love how Jackie split the group up. I love how she did that. She put, what was it, the couples against, or was it the non-doctors against the doctors? I like how she did that. And then when they hit Heavenly up against her head, and Heavenly was like, oh shit, that's my head. That shit was funny as hell. When she did that, I fell out laughing. That shit was funny as hell. This 50 thing was cool. I like this moment, how everybody was getting along and all that stuff. It was cute. Then Jackie puts the people who have an issue with each other together or against each other. It was together. Yeah, she put them up as teammates, and I like how she did that. And then I was like, oh shit, it's about to be a moment. And it really wasn't, and I was glad it wasn't a moment. Listen, Jackie is messy, but she's slick with her messiness. Like, you know, Jackie is that classy, messy, like, yeah, you win against me, so I'ma put you up. I'ma team you up with your enemy. Like, and I'm here for it all. Everybody got a messy side with him, and she owned it. Cause when Jackie went to her confessional, she was like, "Look, if I gotta be shady to get y'all to get along, call me a palm tree." And I was like, okay, I'm here for that. Contessa telling Toya that she's sorry. And then I was like, okay, so they about to move on. And then Toya goes to her confessional and was like, yeah, whatever. Then she starts popping off and all this kind of shit. And I'm just like, you know, Toya is really starting to grow to somebody who I really don't like on this show. And I feel like y'all kind of like her because she cute and she thick. She's kind of like another Portia Williams to me. Like, she like holds no weight. That's who she reminds me of. If I was Contessa, I wouldn't say sorry to that bitch, because I'm not saying sorry to no shit, and I got real shit going on. I'm sorry that you don't work and you don't understand that you got time to meet people because your husband work and pay all your bills. You know what I'm saying? Some of us don't have it that good. Some of us gotta work, and some of us got real stuff going on. Holla about she a teacher. Girl, bye. But she only... Wasn't Toya the one that said that she don't suck D like that? Girl, bye. I ain't studying that shit. Anyways, I really like this black hair on Toya. It was a good moment. This Fitney thing felt like a really good thing. I really loved the Fitney moment. It was really good. I feel like everybody got along for the most part. You know, they threw some shade in their confessionals or whatever. That's what this reality TV thing is. Then we move on to Contessa and Toya going to dinner or lunch or whatever. It was, I think it was nighttime, so I'm sure it was dinner. Contessa held Toya ass to the mat. And I'm not mad at her for doing it because I just said sorry to you yesterday, then you gonna take me back. You gonna take me to dinner to confront me about something that you still mad at because I got real stuff going on. Contessa was like, look, I don't want a problem. You want the problems. It seems like to me you want the issue. And here's where Contessa grew on me in this very moment right here, where she's becoming my favorite. Because she was told Toya, she was like, you know, some people, they get their life off of confrontation. And yeah, some people actually do. And, you know, Toya, what really are you mad with Contessa about? Like, if y'all came into this new season and you said that y'all, I don't really remember what happened at the reunion, but I remember y'all were probably, I think y'all were in a good place or whatever. I don't remember, but I think y'all were. Then you come on this new season, it's like you got a whole problem with Contessa. And Toya, my issue is with you. I think if you worked, you'd understand it, or you had other shit going on. And I don't know if you do have other shit going on. I don't know. But I feel like you one of those friends out the group that's never really had nothing serious going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? Besides the IRS coming for your taxes. But Contessa got up out that damn booth. Then Toya was like, yeah, whatever, bye, bitch. Contessa doubled back around and she was like, let me tell you something. When you come for me, don't. She said something like that. I don't remember what she said, but she basically told her, when you come for me, don't. I was like, yes, Contessa is not here for the bullshit. She got Toya all the way together. Then Toya got up and Contessa was like, well, this meal is going to be on you. You know, here's the pros and the cons of this reality TV situation, because if you had somebody who was a friend of yours before they started the show, then y'all come on TV and it's like, y'all start beefing and it's like, and I honestly, in this situation, I think it's more of Toya than it is Contessa, because Contessa's like, look, I got kids, I got a husband, you got kids and you got a husband too. You making this more serious than what it is. My dad's sick. I'm trying to work part-time. I'm trying to figure out my life and be here for my kids. You know, you don't have all those responsibilities. But, you know, this was a good episode of Married to Medicine. It really was. I appreciate this episode as far as Mariah and Toya sitting down, Heavenly talking with the therapist. This was a good episode to me, and I am here for it. Oh, this video 23 minutes and something. Lord, let me get out of here, y'all. Good night.